Hi guys, my name's Ben Cunningham. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I am 20 years old and I've lived in Atlanta all my life. I'm hoping that this video will share a little bit about my life and um, also encourage you throughout your journey in life. Me personally, I believe that experiences are a great way to communicate to other brothers and sisters to encourage one another. God gives each and every one of us different experiences that we go through throughout our life. And it's just important to share these experiences with one another. About 2.5 years ago, I decided to make the decision to join the United States Army Reserves. I'm currently still in the Army Reserves. I'm a specialist now. Um, but in order to join the Army, you have to go through initial training. You have your basic training, and then you have your specific job training. My basic training was 10 weeks, and I'm about to explain a lesson that I learned throughout that time. And I learned many lessons and had many experiences, but for time's sake, I'll keep it short. Um, well, first off, basic training, when you first get there, it's a big culture shock. Um, you get stripped down, as you can see. You got to keep your hair cut, and I was a fan of my long curly blonde hair, and so that was disappointing. You lose all your phone technology, no media. It was a big culture shock. Um, they teach you how to dress differently, how to wake up, how to brush your teeth. I mean, it's basically like stripping you down from what all you learned and rebuilding you back up. But funny to say, the biggest lesson I learned throughout my basic training was that even when you feel alone or feel separated from your friends and family, um, God's still there right by your side. And it took me a little bit to realize that through basic training. I'd say about the first 2 or 3 weeks, sorry to say, but I spent a couple of nights just crying on top of my bunk, just like I felt alone. Um, I didn't really fit in with most of the guys. I was the youngest one in my platoon. Um, a lot of them just, most of them weren't Christians. It was hard to fit in. A lot of the talk wasn't very appropriate, at least from what I've grown up to. Um, but I just kept praying about it, and I kept reading. Had my quiet time at night, even though didn't really get much sleep. And God kept showing me that He's right there by my side. And it stunk because I'm very close to my family, and I'm very close to my friends and my community. And we're always encouraging each other, even when we're down or struggling with our relationship with Christ. And it was just crazy to see how, even though I didn't have those guys or my family or my mom and dad or my sister with me at the time, that man, God's still right there, and He was encouraging me. He was teaching me and teaching me lessons that I didn't even know about myself. And He was teaching me how to be consistent in the Word and also to be a light in the darkness. Basic training is a really dark place, and I was able to witness to many of my fellow soldiers in my platoon. It was just a great experience. And um, so basically, just to keep it simple, the lesson I learned was that God's not going to leave you, even though you feel separated from what you've grown up and lived in. Thanks, guys, and I hope this helps you throughout your 8 weeks in Communications 101.